Hey everybody, I am back with another simple escape room puzzle, and this one is in this little treasure box looking thing, and so I've got the camera fairly high so that you can take it all in. This one, when you open it up, has a bunch of buttons and a bunch of lights underneath. There's another version of this. This is the one from Alaska. Let me grab that here. So this is another version of it from Alaska with 25 buttons in a grid of 5x5. This one's didn't survive the trip very well. If you haven't watched my true false escape room video, I really encourage you to watch that one to get a better idea of how the entire system works. But this puzzle and the one that I just showed you are designed to make the escape room dynamic, meaning that the answer to the puzzle when you go through this time will not be the same as next time you go through, and in fact this puzzle might not even be included next time you go through because the entire thing is run by a database. So the way this particular game works is you have to work your way through this maze of buttons, and like I said, it's different every single time you go through it, but if I were to push this button
and start over,
I got the wrong one, and so I have to start over from the top, and I also gave myself a 30-second penalty. So I push this button. Now I know the trick that that's button 1, which means that the next row will, this is an odd number, so the next row will be either this one or this one. But again, that's information you can give them or not. So alright, so I got that one right. So now the next one will be odd. And so, oh, I got it right. So the next one will be even. I'm on fire. So the next one will be odd.
and start over,
So now I got a 30-second penalty, and I have to remember.
and start over.
See, I got the wrong one. So it's. And I have to work my way back through the entire puzzle until I get it done. And so to look underneath, the LEDs are just a bunch of, just kind of a pile down here. And then this was how the kids learned how to solder. They put all these different wires together and hooked them up to the Arduino Mega that has an Ethernet shield on top of it. And so what I like about this game is that this one, there's no logic in this. Basically, when you push button 21, it just sends out a 21, and then it's up to the system over there to decide if pushing 21 was a good idea or a bad idea. Just to show you real quick the other one.
and start over,
The way this one works is a similar process, except when you push this button here, if number 3 is the right one, then the next button will either have to be the one below it or one to either side. So you kind of have to work your way through it as a maze. So let's go ahead and take a look at the database real quick so I can show you how this works. So just like the other escape room puzzle, you can see that all the Arduino is doing is putting out the number of the button that you pushed. That's it. There's no logic on the Arduino. You don't have to deal with complicated C data structures and making things dynamic on the Arduino itself. You let the database do that. And so you can see here that when we go to the reset.php, it automatically generates a new way through the maze. If I generate again and again, every single time you go through, it's going to be a different set of steps through the maze. And so if we look over here to it should be like button problems. So you can see that what it did, well, I'll show you this way. These are all the different ways that the kids made that you could go through the maze. You could go step 2, 5, 10, and whenever it randomizes, it just mixes up the database, grabs a row, and then saves that row here. And then what it's doing is it tells you what step you're on. So it knows when you push a button, okay, I'm on a button, I need to press step 2 on this one. I need to press button 2 on this one. So extremely simple how it works. And then in Node-RED, all it does, it takes that MQTT message and it sends it to a PHP page that checks to see if you have hit the right button. So super simple. I'll leave some code in the description for both styles of button mazes. And Yeah, I encourage you to use it in one of your projects. You can kind of work out the logic however you want, but it's super simple. So hey, thanks for watching. Have a great day.